Hi, my name is Nikhil Jain. Today I will discuss about solid waste management of Surat city. Surat, a city of Gujarat, lies in the western part of India. It exists since 1500 to 1520 AD. Surat is located on the Tapi River and has a 6 km long coastal belt along the Arabian Sea. The Surat Municipal Corporation has many roles in maintaining the administration in the city. The city is divided in 9 zones, to make administration easy. These zones are further divided in number of wards. Of the 1,800 ton waste, it reprocess almost 95%, 1,720 tons, every day. Only about 80 ton waste, which is being dumped at Kajad waste disposal site, gets accumulated. Nearly 800 tons of wet waste is converted into manure. Similarly, 750 to 800 tons of dry waste is recycled into refuse-derived fuel, RDF. In case the fuel doesn't get any buyers, it is dumped at Kajad site, which has not been barred by law. This is the flow chart for solid waste management, SWM, of Surat Municipal Corporation. Primary collection and its transportation. Primary collection and its transportation is through sweeping during daytime, container lifting, door-to-door collection system, society anudan, night scraping and brushing, hotel kitchen waste management. Secondary transportation. Municipal solid waste collected through primary collection system reaches to the semi-closed body transfer station of the respective zone, from where it is being sent to the Kajad disposal, transported through close body container in a mechanically compacted way. A transfer station is a facility with a designated receiving area where waste collection vehicles discharge their loads. Purpose: consolidating waste from multiple collection vehicles into larger, high-volume transfer vehicles for economical shipment to distant disposal sites. At a transfer station, the waste is compacted, and later loaded into larger vehicles for long-haul shipment to a final disposal site, typically a landfill, waste-to-energy plant, or a composting facility. No long-term storage of waste occurs at a transfer station. Waste is quickly consolidated and loaded into a larger vehicle and moved off-site, usually in a matter of hours. Treatment of municipal solid waste. At Kajad site, most appropriate technology for treatment of MSW, centralized waste processing plant, started during January 2016. Where these waste can be segregated into wet waste and dry waste. Wet waste is segregated into biodegradable and non-biodegradable. Dry waste is segregated into plastic waste, construction and demolition waste, C&D waste, E waste, biomedical waste, industrial waste. This is the picture of vehicle used for primary collection and transportation and secondary transportation. This is the picture of final Kajad disposal site. Administrative departments in Surat. The city is divided in different zones, to make administration easy. There are different zone office and ward offices that maintain and administrate particular zone or ward. The city is divided in 9 zones, named as Central Zone, East Zone A, East Zone B, North Zone, Southeast Zone, Southwest Zone, South Zone A, South Zone B and West Zone. These zones are further divided in number of wards. This is the ward office's number, ward office name of Central Zone, East Zone A, East Zone B, North Zone, Southeast Zone, Southwest Zone. This is the ward office's number, ward office name of South Zone A, South Zone B, West Zone. This is the organization chart of solid waste management, SWM. Deputy Municipal Commissioner and City Engineer, SMC, Executive Engineer, Solid Waste Manager or Environment Engineer, Assistant Engineer or Junior Engineer, Sanitary Inspector and Sanitary Sub-Inspector, Safe Kamdar or Beldar. This is the table for type of municipal solid waste collection, period of collection, number of vehicle utilized, total trips, average municipal solid waste collection in metric ton per day. This is the table for zone-wise area, population 2011, slum household and population. Door-to-door collection of garbage. To comply the MSW Rule 2016, door-to-door garbage collection system is made, operative from 2004, in 7 zones covering almost whole area of the city. There are 5 different agencies working in 8 zones. The tenure of contract is up to year 2022. Central Zone, East, A, East, B, name of agencies, Jaguar Transport Company. North Zone, name of agencies, Swachhata Corporation. West Zone, name of agencies, Western Imaginary Transcon Private Limited. Southwest Zone, name of agencies, Global Waste Management Cell Private Limited. South Zone Southeast Zone, name of agencies, Swachhata Corporation. Underground Smart Dustbins. Installed numbers of 75 modern underground waste collection dustbins in Southeast Zone and East, a zone of the city, and operation and maintenance, O&M, work for the period of 5 years, is commenced from August 2018. Segregation at source. Transportation and recycling or processing of recyclable waste from Material Recovery Facility, MRF, under Swachh Bharat Mission. Management of hotel kitchen waste. Introduced in 2000, hotel kitchen waste is collected and transported by the Hotel Association, total number of hotels and restaurants covered around 300, vehicles deployed by the Hotel Association 18. Anudan Scheme for Urban Dweller Units, total activity organized by President of Housing Colonies, more than 862 societies covered, manpower engaged, more than 800. This is the name of transfer station according to zone-wise, where municipal solid waste collected through primary collection system reaches, and from where secondary transportation is done to a final disposal site. Badhar, Southwest Zone. Katargam, North and Central Zone, part. Varacha East Zone. Anjana Southeast Zone. Pal West Zone. Bestan South Zone. Kosad Northeast West Zone. Dindalai Southeast Zone. Treatment of municipal solid waste. Centralized waste processing treatment plant at Kajad. The integrated treatment technology promoted by Saurashtra Enviro Projects Private Limited Surat was selected as most appropriate technology for treatment of municipal solid waste. The quantity agreed for agency is minimum 600 metric ton per day subjected to maximum treatment of 5 lakh metric ton for treatment. The plant started during January 2016. Wet waste. These wastes can be segregated into biodegradable and non-biodegradable. Biodegradable kitchen waste like fruit or vegetable peels, tea leaves, coffee powder, egg shells, meat and bones, food scraps, also leaves and flowers, can be composted. These wastes mix with the soil and produce manure by burying them in compost pits is called composting. The biodegradable wastes are degraded by the action of small organisms like bacteria and fungi. There is also a different kind of composting where a kind of earthworm called red worms, or red wrigglers, act on wastes and degrade them. Is called vermicomposting. Landfills, large areas used for waste disposal are called landfills. In a landfill, garbage is buried in such a way that it does not damage the environment. After a landfill is full, it can be converted into a park. Recyclable wastes like glass bottles, plastic wastes, old batteries, chocolate wrappers, polythene bags, etc. are non-biodegradable waste that cannot be composted that can be recycled. Nearly 800 tons of wet waste is converted into manure. Similarly, 750 to 800 tons of dry waste is recycled into refuse-derived fuel, RDF. In case the fuel doesn't get any buyers, it is dumped at Kajad site, which has not been barred by law. Plastic waste, Envision Enviro Engineering Private Limited, Surat or EcoVision Environmental Resources LLP. According to Plastic Waste, Management and Handling, Rules 2011, a Built Own and Operate, BOO, contract was awarded to above said companies, to set up a 100 TPD Center on Public-Private Partnership, PPP, Basis. Plastic recycling process. Sorting. Using mechanical means and or manually mixed plastic waste is sorted according to the specific type, for example PVC, PET, PP, PE, ABS, PC, POM, PMMA, and its colors. Size reduction. Use machines such as shredder and crusher to reduce high-grade quality and medium-grade quality plastic to very fine pieces of plastic. The purpose is to ensure a smooth and constant flow of the plastic wastes into the system like pyrolysis plant or to plastic extruder machines. Washing waste plastic. The cleaning process can begin in separate batches to remove paper labels, adhesives and other impurities. Blending. In order to achieve a homogeneous batch of recycled materials with the same quality, we need to blend the crushed materials so that the materials are evenly distributed. This is done through blending and tumbling machines. Treatment process. Pyrolysis. Pyrolysis is a chemical reaction which involves breakdown of larger molecules into smaller molecules in presence of heat. Oil, hydrocarbon gas, and carbon black are generated from this process, and hydrocarbon can be used for heating reactors in plant and carbon black as raw material. Extrusion. Extrusion is a melting process where the materials are fed into a hopper and melted in the heated barrel with rotating screws. Additives, for example antioxidant, impact modifier, lubricant, calcium carbonate, talc, are sometimes added to aid the extrusion process or modify the plastic properties. The rotating screws will mix and push the melted materials out of the die opening in strands. These strands travel through a water tank to cool and solidify. The strands are cut into pellets by a pelletizer. Non-uniform, either undersized or oversized, pellets are sieved out by the shifter and then packed into 25 kilograms. Fine shredding. Low-grade plastics identified and separated by adjusting the shredder blades. Finely shredded or crushed materials washed and dried and then stored. Finally, use of these materials in road construction and for preparing long-lasting eco-friendly railroad support or tie. Construction and demolition waste, RK bricks and tiles. Surat, or Surat Green Precast Private Limited, SGPPL. As per C&D Waste Rules 2016, dated March 29, 2016, SGPPL aims to take care of all the present construction and demolition waste of SMC, and process the same in a scientific way so as to develop various building products out of it. The plant will have a specialized segregation system, debris handling system, crusher, and other required units including a multiple section screening unit. The processed plant will then be used as a raw material for producing wide range of eco and green building materials like brick, paver, blocks, etc. Process. 1. Remove oversize for recrushing. 2. Clay/cement adhering to the surface is removed. 3. With these impurities product has limited applicability and thus low value. 4. Organics and high fines content is removed. 5. Recycle sand and aggregate. 6. Non-polluting green technology. 7. Soil recovered for making products. After these process, it is used as 1. Recycled sand. 2. Recycled concrete aggregate, RCA. 3. Recycled aggregate, brick mix. 4. Interlocking tiles. 5. Recycled soil, screen soil. 6. Recycled stone dust. 7. Concrete brick blocks. E-Waste, Prithvi E-Recycle Private Limited, Rajkot or Prithvi E-Waste Recycle Private Limited. Prithvi E-Recycle is engaged in recycling the electronic waste CPU, monitor, keyboard, mouse, UPS, power cords, etc. in an organized manner employing necessary technology and methodology to derive commercial objective and also to protect ecology and environment. Purchase all types of electronic waste used equipments for processing like CPU, monitors, keyboard, mouse, UPS, printers, and power cord etc. Authorized to collect, store, transport, handle, process and recycle, segregate and sell the recycled waste by the government, India. Convert waste electronic and electrical equipments into raw materials like metals, plastics, and glass. Biomedical waste, a BOOT, built own operate transfer, contract was awarded to MS Envision Enviro Engineers Private Limited to set up a centralized biomedical waste treatment facility in a plot measuring approximately 2,400 square meter with state-of-art technology at Badar solid waste disposal site. Biomedical waste is defined as any waste, which is generated during the diagnosis, treatment, or immunization of human beings or animals, or in research activities pertaining thereto, or in the production or testing of biologicals. Principles of biomedical waste management. A general principles of hygiene and sanitation such as cleanliness, good housekeeping, adequate supply of safe water, sanitary facilities, and proper ventilation are essential components of a good biomedical waste management plan. B. Waste minimization. Hospitals should endeavor to reduce waste by controlling inventory, wastage of consumable items and breakages, etc. C. Waste segregation. The needles and syringes should be disinfected and mutilated before segregation. The type of containers and their color codes as stipulated in Government of India notification are given below. Waste category. Human tissues, organs, body parts. Animals used in research. Microbiological and biotechnology waste. Soiled wastes like items contaminated with blood and body fluids, including cotton, dressings, linen, plaster casts, bedding, etc. Type of container, plastic bags, color code, yellow. Waste category. Microbiological and biotechnology waste. Soiled wastes like items contaminated with blood and body fluids, including cotton, dressings, linen, plaster casts, bedding, etc. Solid wastes, from disposal items, type of container, disinfected container or plastic bag, color code, red. Waste category. Waste sharps, used or unused needles. Syringes, lancets, scalpels, blades, glass, etc. Solid wastes, from disposal items, type of container, puncture-proof container or plastic bags, color code, blue or white. Translucent. Waste category. Discarded medicines and cytotoxic drugs. Incineration ash. Chemical waste type of container, plastic bags, color code, black. Liquid waste and liquid chemical waste do not require container or bags. D. Waste treatment on site. Microbiological and biotechnology waste being highly infectious should be treated on site by autoclaving or microwaving or chemical treatment. E. Waste transportation. The waste should be transported to curb collection area in covered container with biohazard label. F. Waste treatment off-site. The various final treatment options available are 1. Incinerator, 2. Microwave, 3. Autoclave, 4. Hydroclave, 5. Plasma torch technology, 6. Medical waste sterilization unit. G. Final disposal. The various disposal options after treatment are incineration, secured landfill, vermicomposting and public sewers. It is disposed by following methods. 1. Chemical treatment, sharps, solid, liquid, and chemical wastes. 2. Autoclaving or microwaving, microbiology or biotechnology, sharps, soiled and solid wastes. 3. Incineration, human, animal, microbiology or biotechnology and solid waste. 4. Deep burial in secured landfills, discarded medicines, incineration ash and chemical solid waste such as mercury. 5. Drainage, liquid waste, chemical liquid waste, cytotoxic waste in addition to being toxic are mutagenic, hence should never be diluted and discharged into the sewers. Maintenance of records. All hospitals should maintain records regarding quantity and category of all biomedical waste. Collection of waste, 2,500 kilograms per day, 1,406 kilograms per day, Surat City. Capacity of plant 6,500 kilograms per day. Incineration, 1 unit with dual chamber, 200 kilograms. per hour. Autoclave, 1 unit, 125 kilograms per hour. Shredder, 4 units, 400 kilograms per hour, 100 kilograms per hour each unit. Industrial waste, Mahavir Eco Project Private Limited. Industrial waste management includes segregation, land application, composting, landfill, and recycling of waste. Segregation involves separating the waste by type for effective disposal. Land application or composting is when the waste is treated through biodegradation and added to the soil, which improves the soil by adding more organic material. Landfill is the burying of waste that you cannot recycle or compost. It results in the direct release of waste into the environment. Recycling is reusing or repurposing waste materials to reduce the amount of waste that is produced. For pollution prevention, source reduction, recycling, and waste treatment is doing. Source reduction: many manufacturing companies employ various methods of source reduction that will not affect waste generation in any other process during manufacturing. Recycling is the reusing water, finding alternate use for recycled items, and optimizing your raw materials at other stages. Waste treatment is the changing the properties of industrial hazardous waste and making it less harmful. This includes physical treatment, chemical treatment, and biological treatment. Physical treatment changes the physical properties, size, shape, or state, of the waste but does not affect the chemical properties. Chemical treatment alters the chemical composition of the waste by treating it with different chemicals that cause various reactions. Biological treatment is when the waste is exposed to organisms that can decompose organic components into simpler organic products and biomass. The organisms can break down the waste in the presence or absence of oxygen, aerobic, or anaerobic, respectively. Surat Municipal Corporation has been running total 6 sewage treatment plants to treat the municipal liquid waste. All these sewage treatment plants are being run on the anaerobic treatment process to produce the biogas, which could be used as a fuel to generate the electricity. Besides environmental gains to reduce the emission of greenhouse gases, a recovery of energy to the tune of 4.75 megawatt electricity is expected from these sewage treatment plants. Operational biogas-based power plant, 6 numbers. 4.6 megawatt. Anjana, 0.5 megawatt. Badar, 1.0 megawatt. Karanjay, 1.0 megawatt. Singapore, 1.0 megawatt. Variev, 0.6 megawatt. Bumroli, 0.5 megawatt. Biogas plant under installation and commissioning stage. Dindalai, 0.75 megawatt. The overall area of Surat Municipal Corporation is divided into following 6 drainage zones. West Drainage Zone, Southeast Drainage Zone, North Drainage Zone, East Drainage Zone, South Drainage Zone, Southwest Drainage Zone. The important constituents of the sewage system are the sewage treatment plants, the sewage pumping stations, the sewage treatment plants. A. Existing. 1. Anjana Sewage Treatment Plant, 82.50 MLD capacity. 2. Bisan Sewage Treatment Plant, 100.00 MLD capacity. 3. Badar Sewage Treatment Plant, 120.00 MLD capacity. 4. Karanjay Sewage Treatment Plant, 100.00 MLD capacity. 5. Singapore Sewage Treatment Plant, 100.00 MLD capacity. 6. Bumroli Vadad Sewage Treatment Plant, 100.00 MLD capacity. 7. Asarma Sewage Treatment Plant, 15.00 MLD capacity. 8. Kajat Sewage Treatment Plant, 25.00 MLD capacity. Total 726.5 MLD capacity. 9. Variev Kosad Sewage Treatment Plant, 84.00 MLD capacity. B. Ongoing STP projects. 1. Dindalai Sewage Treatment Plant, 66.00 mld capacity. C. Proposed STP projects. 1. Badar, Extension, Sewage Treatment Plant, 120.00 mld capacity. 2. Karanjay, Extension, Sewage Treatment Plant, 80.00 mld capacity. 3. Singhanpur, Extension, Sewage Treatment Plant, 100.00 mld capacity. 4. Bumroli Vadad, Extension, Sewage Treatment Plant, 60.00 mld capacity. 5. Bisan, Extension, Sewage Treatment Plant, 70.00 mld capacity. The sewage pumping stations. A pumping station is made up of a large tank, known as a wet well, that acts as the receiver for sewage from a building or a group of buildings. Sewage from individual houses flows into the wet well. 1 Salabatpura Pumping Station 65.00 mld. 2 Nanpura Pumping Station 98.00 mld. 3 Athwa Pumping Station 21.00 mld. 4 Umra North Pumping Station 18.50 mld. 5 Umra South Pumping Station 19.50 mld. 6 Piplod Pumping Station 9.00 mld. 7 New Anjana Pumping Station 12.00 mld. 8 Navigam Pumping Station 55.00 mld. 9 Shantiniketan Pumping Station 1.00 mld. 10 Katargam New GIDC Pumping Station 52.00 mld. 11 Ashwani Kumar Patel Nagar Pumping Station 2.00 mld. 12 Randir Pumping Station 30.00 mld. 13 Pal Pumping Station 15.00 mld. 14 Ottajan Pumping Station 15.00 mld. 15 Umarwada Pumping Station 14.50 mld. 16 Althan Pumping Station 19.00 mld. 17 Jahangirabad Pumping Station 32.78 mld. 18 New Katodara Pumping Station 50.00 mld. 19 Pandesara GIDC Pumping Station 140.00 mld. 20 Modi Mohalo Pumping Station 3.00 mld. 21 Limbaya Pumping Station 41.00 mld. 22 Kantreshwar Sewage Pumping Station 69.00 mld. 23 Dabholi Singhanpur Pumping Station 62.00 mld. 24 Karanjay Pumping Station 93.00 mld. 25 Bamarali Vadad Pumping Station 180.00 mld. 26 New Katodara GIDC Pumping Station 18.50 mld. 27 Paras Pumping Station 52.00 mld. 28 Jahangirpura Paisad Pumping Station 26.00 mld. 29 Vasu Main Pumping Station 51.00 mld. 30 Vasu Intermediate Pumping Station 21.00 mld. 31 Palanpur Pumping Station 31.00 mld. 32 Chhaparabhata Sewage Pumping Station 25.00 mld. 33 Kosad Sewage Pumping Station 83.00 mld. 34 Kosad Railway Sewage Pumping Station 57.00 mld. Total 1481.78 mld. This is the map of the overall area of Surat Municipal Corporation, which is divided into 6 drainage zones, with the sewage treatment plants, the sewage pumping stations. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to my this channel.